the fashionable late update has been out for some time, taking up a whole year to make. The best update Dive Death has ever had, hands down. A lot of visual overhauls, new settings including audio settings and POV. Oh my god, it's finally here. The pace of the game changing, the civilians getting a shit ton of abilities, reworked and new synergies, and again, abilities. And a lot of the killers getting completely reworked, Badware being a snowballer and a rushdown instead of being the most boring killer in the whole ASM genre, Pursuer being much more aggressive than before, Killjoy getting a whole suplex attack, Harkin turning into a zoner which is unheard of, and Arful, he got the Mbappe special. For example, nothing. So many changes to how the game works and how it plays. And Arful, he got nothing. No rework, no new mechanics, no buffs, no wait, he did get buffed. No nerfs, no reworks to how he plays or anything. Zero. So how is he the strongest killer right now if he got some balance changes? The map changes. As simple as that. All the maps favor him. It's that simple. Temple, Teapot Paradise, Grandma Backyard, Tundra Trench, the HQ, Uguri Exhibition, and the shittiest one of them all, Baseplate. I need to talk about this map specifically because what were they cooking? When the water rises, the map is an entire loop. That is it! It is one big loop for civilians, and what killer, the sole purpose, and being good at that thing, bad. That's old Badware. Before we continue, quick announcement. Discord server, link in the description. Alright, continue with the video. The new maps are tiny as fuck. The old ones were much bigger and more opened. I wonder who could it favor? A great example is Glasshouse. If you got this map as Arful, it's game over. This map was completely opened, and at that time, Arful was slow as fuck, his stamina was 90, and his walls basically did jack shit. And so adds his copyright from how open the map is. Any small looping spot, the rock being the best spot to loop, completely shuts him down. Old Temple literally favors every killer because every corner is a dead end. So Arful was the best at that map. Teapot Paradise being just absolutely huge. It wasn't his worst, but he definitely struggled. Old Baseplate, it's the same circle. Grandma Backyard being his actually only good map. Now, let's go to the new maps and see how Arful fares. The first one I want to talk about, again, Baseplate. Yes, I know I talk a lot of shit about it, but it truly deserves every single bit of it. Both are just one giant circle. But the difference, the old one was more opened, and the new one is much more smaller and tighter. Now, I'm going to demonstrate the killer that requires the most skill and has the highest skill ceiling in the game. Place a wall here, and a wall here, copyright there, copyright here. You have officially become a skilled Arful player. Here is your medal. And oh, let's see here in Tundra Trenches. A wall here, a wall here. Oh, would you look at that? We actually blocked half of the fucking map. Isn't that so balanced? And let me say this right now. This shit actually works. No joke. On Tundra Trenches, I did this every time a civilian or all the civilians went to the other side. And they couldn't do shit. The walls were tanky. It's so dumb why people call this killer skillful and has a high skill ceiling when I can just literally do this with a single button. Let's go to Grandma Graveyard. Literally heaven for any Arful main. And I'm going to show a very graphic footage right now, so viewer discretion is advised. Okay, I honestly wanted an excuse to use the music because of how good it is, but you get it. One wall on Grandma Backyard can block a whole section of the map, another can block the church, third temple. Yo, fuck all the new, they're all shit. Half of the round the other side gets absolutely deleted. Temple is actually one of the less sided maps for Arful, but that doesn't say much. The HQ, same thing for Tundra Trenches. 2 walls here and 1 here, and you blocked half of the map. Uguri Exhibition is okay. Teapot Paradise, I would have been okay if Arful wasn't the most forgiving killer ever. Misplaced something? Repurpose. Got punished for being unaware of your surroundings? Repurpose. A misclick? You can just repurpose. It's stupid. And don't say, oh, you can just break his walls or you can wait it out. Do you know how tanky these walls are? And how long they take to get destroyed? The issue isn't that the maps are less open. Honestly, that's a good thing that they're not as open as before. The problem is they've become so compact that 2 walls can literally shut down a chunk of the map. That's exactly the kind of maps an anti-loop killer wants. Pursuer is Pursuer. He can brute force the looping spot because he actually has a chase reset with his new stock that he can attack out of it. But either way, it's Pursuer.
Fresh meat.
Killjoy is less vulnerable to small ass loops, but he's still vulnerable to small ass loops. And consistency being his biggest weakness. Badware is still a snowballer and somewhat of a rushdown. Oh, here I come! Here I come! In turn, he became even worse, and Harkin, we don't really talk about her or how bad she became after the rework. So any killer compared to Arful, it's not even a competition, my guy. And my next point is about those balance changes. I've been holding, keeping until to this point because they're buffs. Buffs are buffs. It wasn't the thing that made him absolutely busted, but definitely helped him a bit compared to the civilians. It's still the maps. But the change I want to talk about is his copyright. Its cooldown got reduced from 35 to 5 seconds. 35 seconds. Now to 5. Hard to believe that, I'm gonna be honest, but it's right there. And guess what? His walls don't take damage when you walk through them. Purple isn't broken because of his kit. Mostly it's because of the reworked maps. They all favor him. Everything in his kit goes hand in hand with the maps even. And so as that 30-second reduction contributing to him being the only good killer against a competent team. Because of how survivor-sided this game is, this game truly became civilian-sided. I thought my friends were dumb as hell telling me the game is really civilian-sided. I played 1 round against a good team, and now I see why. It felt like Forsaken all over again. Editing Snowy here. Turns out he got some more balance changes, but I'm not gonna add them, so if you made it this far, we can look at them for a second. So basically, he can be punished. If you're in a bad position, you copyright, you place a wall, you don't get punished. I guess, bro. So, it's been your man Snowy, and until next time, I release a video.